Heyo. So, definitely going to do these illustrations. I drafted the concepts for some of them a couple of days ago, but I just have to move from sketch to actual, like, vector illustration or photograph for some of them. I agree with you on the perspective that a lot of people think that esports is easier to get into, but that's definitely not true. And from some of what we talked about, there's just so much that goes into practice and so much that goes into reaction time. I think you mentioned something about like esports athlete. I think there's some, if it's not like running around, but it's some like mental athleticism. I don't know if that's a word or a phrase. Then you said how impressed you are on how fast I do these videos and how I collect my thoughts. Well, I mostly write out the main points and some of the sentences because I don't want to forget to say some things, just like this. So then, how do I come up with questions? I constantly have questions, and I'm just perpetually curious, and it's annoying a lot of the time. What's my normal day? It hasn't been consistent for a while, and even beyond Thanksgiving break. There's a couple elements I try to keep the same, but this break has really thrown me off, especially going to bed at like 3 a.m. the last 2 nights, and that's why I'm giving you this video at like 11:45 my time when I would normally try to get it by like 5, so sorry about that. Typically though, I do try to keep a few things regular. So one of them, intermittent fasting. So I try most days to not eat before noon. So I don't eat before noon, but around 11:30 every day, I do a 30-minute body weight workout. Every weekday, but at the same time, I work Monday through Thursday, installing floors, and it's 7 a.m. to whenever we're done. And so if that whenever we're done is later than noon, I just do all of that stuff, eating and working out right at the end of work. Yeah, after Sunday, I'll have some time to get things back on track schedule-wise. Not being in school, there's a lot more flexibility in the schedule, and I think it would help me to nail some specific things down. I'm not productive in the time that I do have free in those days. Like, I'm always learning things and I'm always practicing. I'm practicing a lot of logo illustration right now. I'm working on a logo for the ITLL at CU Boulder, is having a logo competition. I'm going to submit it tomorrow. I have a couple different logo designs I'm submitting to their competition. Then I want to boomerang that question back at you. I have no idea what your schedule is. And is Hong Kong Christoph's schedule different than Boulder Christoph's schedule? See ya.